Looks like I win.
Ah, damn it, this sucks, I lost. Oh well.
Chie is smiling
Hey,
brightly.
Chie, you don't get to go search for Labrys like you wanted and you're laughing?
Well, I figured either way you'd save her. Labrys, I mean.
I can't resist cracking a smile at Chie's words. She seems naive, but it seems that she saw right through me. I guess she's sharper than she looks. One of my missions priorities was to limit collateral damage. To achieve that, I thought that destroying Labrys might be my only option. But now that plan has been scuttled. My current plan was to save Labrys and protect her. If I'm able to succeed at that, all danger to the surrounding area will be prevented. I'll commit myself to this plan from now on.
Can I ask you to give her a message? Please tell her I said I was sorry for saying such cruel things and doubting her. Let her know I really want to talk with her when this is all over. Anyway, just tell her I apologized.
Yeah, I'll let her know.
Chie's words are clumsy as ever, but what she lacks in speaking ability and vocabulary, she makes up for with emotion.
Thank you, Chie.
Huh?
On my way here, I was told that my strength was fake, that I was just immersing myself in training to escape my fear of losing others, that I was just sticking my head in the sand. And that was true. The reason I'm so hard on myself is because I'm scared. That might be a weakness of mine, but watching you made me realize it's okay to be like that. No, I don't want to lose anyone again, ever. But that's how I can become stronger. Sheer raw strength is pointless. Getting the ability to see your deepest wishes through is true strength.
That's a little abstract, but I guess it's a compliment, though I still feel a little embarrassed about it.
I can't help but smile as well. And after vowing to save Labrys, I leave Chie in an attempt to make good on my promises.
Wait here for me. I'll bring Labrys back, no matter what.
As I run, the things that happened during my recent training and the things happening in this world start to remind me of each other. An old acquaintance face flashes into my mind. Someone who took good care of me. Someone I haven't seen in a while. Kurosawa-san. I'd heard that he'd been promoted to detective, but I hadn't been able to personally congratulate him for that yet. There's another place that I need to visit.
Once this is all over, I should go see him too.
After being forced to travel a citrus path, I was eventually led back to the very room I was in a few minutes ago, the announcement room. I push the door ajar and find Labrys inside. Is she the real one or the shadow? When Labrys sees me, she seems genuinely frightened.
You again? You came all this way after me?
Crud. Her reaction and the color of her eyes. This didn't match the characteristics Chie told me shadows would possess. It seems this is truly the real one. Looks like she was still safe. Before she denies her shadow, I must take her into custody at once.
Come with me. I won't let you get hurt.
I take a step forward and hold out my hand. But Labrys backs away, terrified, and keeps her distance.
I'm never going back there. I never want to get put through that again. I'm gonna run away. Just you watch me.
And where will you go? Is that how you're gonna solve everything? You won't even listen, huh? Fine. I didn't think anything I said would be enough to earn your trust. So come at me with everything you've got. I'll accept you for who you are.
The shadow will try and replace its originator. If I lose Labrys, I won't be able to fulfill my duty. Is my strength enough to grant my wish? Something told me that the results of my training were about to get their first real test. Okay, now it's time to fight Standard Labrys!
Finally!
Alright. This is gonna be nice and fast. Like so! Oh, dang it, I messed that up. Oh, come here, you. Gotcha. And come here. Oh!
Why won't anyone understand? I
finally stop moving. But Labrys' expression tells me that she's not all there right now. I wonder if I can get through to her now. Just as I am about to speak, I only sense the wind for a moment. An undetected ambush from behind. The giant axe spun at such high speed that it looks like a circular blade to the naked eye. No matter what part of that axe hits my head, it'll decapitate me for sure. Better not let it hit me then.
Oh, that's a pretty dangerous looking electric fan you've got there.
The shadow glowers at me with an expression of pure hatred. The murderous intent she shows is like any of the petty thugs I faced. Well, is like howling with rage as they try to land a punch. I'm in her head now. It looks like the real showdown's finally arrived. Having squandered her chance at an ambush, Shadow angrily prepares her next move. Labrys also sees the shadow and lets out a shocked yelp.
Please stop! This ain't what I wanted!
Hey, calm down. This is your shadow. It's you, isn't it?
The shadow is formed from the repressed parts of yourself. That's what Chie told me. Even after hearing the truth, Labrys continues to shake her head in denial.
What good will accepting it? If I accept it, then I'm just...
That's right. There's no way he'd understand. The Kirijo group created you as a tool. Of course, that's the only way they can think of you.
My words will not reach Labrys while she's like this. Shadow's cruel words have a tight grip on her heart. It isn't easy to support someone whose weakness has filled them with doubts and taken over their hearts. I decide to listen to what the shadow has to say. This way I can understand the weakness that Labrys is harboring.
Not that you're any better. You didn't hesitate at all to attack him. It just shows your true colors. You want the everyday boys and girls to experience what you had to go through, right? That's why we're in a school, having a fighting tournament. You want to see close friends fight for their lives against each other. Because if they do that, then they might understand. You want to make them understand.
That ain't true!
But it was no use. They didn't understand and kept getting in your way. It's all right, though. You don't have to worry about that anymore. I'll take care of everything from here. I'll destroy anyone who doesn't understand you and comes to get in your way. Just like you once did.
Stop it! That's all a lie. You're not me.
The shadow displays a satisfied smirk. She's waiting for the words of denial. It would be easier to just stop Labrys from saying those words, but it would be meaningless for me to do so. Keep my gaze on Labrys as she speaks the words of denial with finality.
You can't be me! Yes, that's right! I'm not you! I'm myself!
Yes, the power!
I'm finally free! I won't let you or anyone else get in my way!
I stand before the shadow who is laughing insanely and surging with newfound power. Her power is actually quite impressive, but I know there's no need for me to fear it. This is where the real battle begins.
You really think I'm gonna make it that easy?
The shadow contorts her face. Those were the same words the shadow threw at me before, after all.
What's that? You want to be destroyed that badly? Then I'll save her for later and crush you now!
I swore I'd protect Labrys. And I'm not gonna lose what I'm protecting ever again. Now, come get me!
Shut up, Kirijo dog!
Well, in that case, bring it on, Shadow Labrys. I'm ready for ya.
Final.
Alrighty then. So, we're just gonna make things nice and quick. There we go. And since the AI is an idiot, they avoided my special. Okay. That's like the first time that's happened to me. At least when I'm playing as Akihiko. Okay then. Alright. Okay, ow, 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 ow. Yeah, this is gonna royally stink, I can already tell. Got her. Nice! And now by doing that, I'll be able to do some more damage. Oh jeez. I guess. No, Labrys, please! Back off! Back the heck away! There we go! Oh gosh, that was, close. After silencing the shadow, I stand before Labrys, but she casts her eyes down sadly.
Hey, what's with that face? Stand up and look at me. I have a message for you from Chie.
Huh?
She wanted to apologize for doubting you and hurting your feelings. She was really sorry about what she said. She wanted to tell you herself, too. She was so determined to save your heart that she threw everything she had at me.
Chie-san said that?
Also, Mitsuru, the girl in charge of the Kirijo group, learned what happened to you and was mortified to hear of it. Do you still think no one understands? That your pain is unique to you?
I never thought of things like that. I never imagined anyone understood me, but that's...
I'm a machine, though, not human. Labrys mutters and casts her eyes down again.
I don't know anymore. What am I supposed to believe?
You're human, so you must have the answer. Labrys gazes up at me expectantly. It's true that I have something to believe in. But I don't just have something to believe in simply because I'm human. Plenty of people walk the earth with nothing to believe. I had to find it and grab hold of it myself. Indeed, I found it only after facing down my own weakness.
I don't know much about how you suffered in the past, or how many times your heart was broken. But don't give up. Believe in yourself and keep standing up to the world. No matter how many times you fail, some things you have to grasp for yourself.
Labrys looks up. This time she finally looks me in the eye.
Myself?
That's right. If there's something you really want, fight for it. You'll never get it by running away. What's your strongest desire?
Labrys falls silent. I don't prod her for an answer. You can't rush this. This is something one must find by facing down themselves, searching their heart for the answer and making it take form of their own. I can't help her find her way. If she doesn't find it on her own, it will be meaningless. Labrys places her hand to her chest. She then closes her eyes and loses herself deep in thought. Eventually, she opens her eyes again and looks at me.
I want people to understand how I feel.
Then there's someone you need to tell that to, and that's yourself over there.
When I point over at the shadow that's fallen silent, Labrys inhales sharply. Labrys' shadow is a part of herself that she just denied. But, because she denied that part, she must also realize that there's a question she needs to answer. Why did I deny myself? I'm sure Labrys has found the answer already.
I get it. That's what you've been saying this whole time. In your own way. Yeah. I understand now.
After making this momentous realization, Labrys stands up on her own will and faces her shadow. The awful part of herself that she denied.
I'm sorry I ignored you all this time. I was the one who left you all alone. No. You are me, after all. This is my persona. So this is the other me.
It's not easy accepting yourself, but you managed to get past that. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Labrys' reply is slightly embarrassed, yet proud. It's the exact combination of emotions I was hoping to see.
We should get going. You have some things you want to tell Chie too, right?
As we leave the announcement room, Mitsuru contacts me. Once the shadow disappeared, all the interference it was creating went with it. The jamming, the invisible walls, all gone. I began escorting Labrys back to the real world. I follow Mitsuru's directions and reach a specified location. A number of people have already gathered. I noticed Teddy, Kanji, Chie, and others I had seen the P1 commercial as well.
Oh, phew. You're okay, Miss President. Or should I call you Labrys?
Chie-san.
In contrast to Chie's enthusiasm, Labrys looks towards me as if she's unsure about how to feel about everything. Before I can nudge Labrys over towards Chie rushes over and takes Labrys' hand. She smiles brightly after she confirms that Labrys is alright. Labrys cannot resist the infectious air of happiness, and breaks into a smile of her own.
Hello, sorry, who are you?
I'm liking that look you've got going on. It's like you just single-handedly saved the world from an evil army.
Yosuke, don't be so rude!
Chie turns towards me and bows energetically.
Akihiko-san, thank you for saving Labrys.
No need to thank me. I just delivered the message you left me with.
Don't you have some people you want to introduce Labrys to? After being prompted, Chie dashes off, taking Labrys by her hand towards her friends. The people waiting to greet them are everyday students, but none of them seem to be all that concerned by the fact that Labrys is an android. In fact, it seems like they're welcoming her into the group with big smiles. Looks like they're a pretty open-minded bunch. As I'm watching them, I'm joined by familiar faces.
Are you alright, Akihiko?
There's my hand as a response to her. That's enough for Mitsuru to understand the situation and smile. Aika stands next to me and gazes at the group of people gathered around Chie and Labrys.
It seems my sister has also forged a bond.
That takes you back, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Though I am a machine, I understand what it means for people's hearts to come together. I would definitely like for my sister to learn that as well.
The battle that took place 3 years ago marked a major turning point, not just in my life, but for Aigis, and the others that fought alongside me as well. Labrys has just reached the same turning point. Watching this unfold for someone else feels nostalgic and heartwarming at the same time. Mitsuru, however, is standing unmoved. She furrows her brow and is sporting a look I know all too well. Sheesh, what's troubling her now of all times? Aigis notices the serious look on Mitsuru's face and speaks to her in a hushed tone.
Are you thinking of sealing my sister away again?
Don't tell me you're going ahead with that. I know you're in a delicate position, but I have serious issues with this.
No, you misunderstand. I realize full well the situation here. That's not what I was thinking about. What's bothering me is that the true culprit in this case never did show their face.
What? Didn't Labrys say she escaped here on her own?
That's what I thought most likely at the time, but that scenario doesn't match what we've learned since then. How did Labrys learn about this world? Why did she call in these other persona users?
You had some basic investigation done on Inaba, right? If she regained her consciousness a while ago, it's possible she infiltrated your network and found out about that stuff.
That's not my only doubt. Labrys' ability to cloud others' senses can only go as far as creating hallucinations. That's inconsistent with the ability to control people so thoroughly as to make them risk their lives in a hijacking. There's too much that doesn't add up.
That does seem suspicious.
Mitsuru is right. There are too many unexplained circumstances here. But why stand around worrying about it? All the answers we need are a few simple questions away. I call out to Labrys.
Labrys, how did you escape all the way here?
Huh? I was inside a chamber and...
Labrys tries to continue, but her body immediately goes completely rigid. That's not good. Labrys looks like she's standing completely devoid of thoughts, but I know better. I shout out a warning to everyone in the area. Labrys immediately reaches for a large axe on her back and brandishes it.
What a pain.
I have to protect Chie and the other civilians. I immediately take a step forward to engage the still expressionless Labrys. This is a different situation than the earlier battle, since Labrys can now use her persona. This is going to be a much more difficult fight. If we join forces to attack her, this would be a simple matter. However, Labrys' body has already taken a lot of damage from all the battles she's been in. There's no way of knowing if she'd survive a combined assault from us. Doubt, hesitation swirl around my mind and cloud my thoughts. I must make a decision and follow it with no regrets. That's when Masuru's sharp voice pierces the air.
Akihiko, buy me some time.
Looks like she has some kind of plan up her sleeve. Then, my course of action has been assigned. I tightly ball my hand into a fist and extend it toward my opponent. And I reiterate my vows.
I will protect you no matter what.
Alright then, it's time to fight hijacked Labrys. Here we go.
Final.
Okay then, so what I'm going to do first is lead in with the all-out attack. Go in with the grab, because why not? And then just keep bombarding her. Ouch. Okay. Gonna burst myself out of that. I know that was a little bit of a waste of what I could do, but hey, it's fine. And, oh dang it, I was planning on grabbing her, but that did not work. Yes! My all-out attack broke through that attack, and, oh jeez. Please stop, Labrys. Okay. Okay, ow. Got her. And there we go. Now I just need to keep up the momentum and... Okay, almost got her. And she's done. There we go. Heck yeah.